All right. No intros, nothing like that. Today, we gotta be serious because we may have a little bit of a problem on our hands. Where has the $300 million pitcher gone? That's right, I'm talking about Gerrit Cole. And yesterday was abysmal. He pitched through 6 innings, but gave up 6 runs, and that's not even the worst part. All of those runs came in 1 inning, the first. Now, usually when I see games like this from Gerrit, I say to myself, okay, it's just 1 game. He had a blunder. It's all right. He's going to bounce back. But then I've realized he has way too many of these. He's had about 4 or 5 games where it looks like he just doesn't know how to locate pitches. It's starting to get to a point where you have to ask, can you trust him come October? Can you trust him in a game 1? Can you trust him in a win or go home? Maybe Montas comes in and shuts the door on every team he plays against, and he becomes that pseudo number 1 guy. But to expect a 29-year-old to come in and become the ace of this team when we're paying Gerrit Cole $300 million to do that role is absolutely ridiculous. This cannot keep happening. Yesterday, it seemed as though location was the biggest issue. The balls were flying, yes, but a couple hanging changeups here, but then also just pitch selection. And look, I cannot keep Higgy off the. I cannot let him off the hook, because if you look at the stats when it comes to who pitch, like when the pitcher pitches with this catcher, who is he better with? The numbers jump up by 2 times when Higgy is catching for Gerrit Cole than when Trevino's catching. You can see the numbers here. I have them up here, but I can't let him off the hook totally, because look, some of those pitch selections were awful. The home run he gave up to the bottom of the order, there was a changeup. It was a changeup outside, and I said to myself, and they said it on the broadcast too, but why didn't he just go fastball there? You're going up against a guy who's batting 190, who is sort of like a quadruple A player, where he dominates AAA, but can't do shit in the majors. Almost like Higgy. And you look at that and you say to yourself, well, is that Higgy's pitch calling, or do we have to put the blame on Gerrit? Because Gerrit should have veto rights on pitches. Being the ace of the organization means that you have the right to call off whatever you want to call off. It's that simple. And that pitch to Jarred Kelenic, that's his name. Jarred Kelenic, it was a changeup that was outside, but it hung just a little bit, and he was able to wrap around and get it over the short porch. And then the rest of them were just sort of, and then there was 2 other homers, both of them sort of just hanging pitches that the execution wasn't there. But the amount of times this has happened this year is a little ridiculous, and I don't know who to blame here. Because, again, like I said, there are times where it looks like the pitch selection itself is absolutely atrocious. But then you also have to look at it from the standpoint that he's our ace. And for him to to not have veto rights on a catcher who is barely a major league player. Okay? That's what I'm saying, is he has, like, opening day, for example. Opening day sucked. Then the next game that he wasn't good in, May 23rd, giving up 5 to Baltimore. Then giving up 7 on June 9th to Minnesota. That game everyone remembers. He pitches good for a while, and then boom, 6 runs against Seattle. Like, this has happened multiple times, and like Baltimore, and that was before Baltimore went on their streak. This is back when they were still garbage, and he gave up about 5 earned runs to them. This is a situation that has to be rectified soon. Like I said before, maybe Montas comes in and he can mow everyone down and he becomes the pseudo number 1. But we are paying Gerrit Cole $300 million. There is no reason why he shouldn't be performing at a top 5 pitcher level. Because I can tell you right now, he is not a top 5 pitcher in baseball. And again, this all comes back to the question, can we trust him in October? He showed last year he can crumble under the pressure. Now, he has had good performances in the postseason in the past. But it's times like this that really make me think, what are we doing? Is Gerrit Cole that guy, or is he not? And I'm not going to get into the whole spider tack thing, like, was his past success all because he had spider tack? I mean, look, is there a little bit of legitimacy to how he's performed? Yes. Do I think his entire career is based off of spider tack? No. It's just very annoying to see a guy who's supposed to be a perennial number 1, especially after we've had number 1s in recent memory that have come through time in and time again. Guys like CC Sabathia. Guys like Andy Pettit. Those are number 1s. Now watching the Jeter documentary. Roger Clemens was a number 1. These guys are all number 1s. And you know what they have in common? They all showed up. I don't know if Gerrit Cole can show up. And look, am I just a normal Yankee fan that's always overreacting? Yeah, probably. But wouldn't you? In this situation, you're looking at a team that is looking to win their first World Series in 13 years. And this is our best opportunity to do it yet. And this is also Aaron Judge's contract year. Meaning, if we don't win it, he could just move on. And this could all be because we don't have a perennial ace. And I know that's harsh to say because Gerrit Cole is supposed to be our ace. But can I say for sure that he is our number 1? Because Severino was impressing me until he got hurt. And I don't know why they put him on the 60-day IL when he's saying he could have been ready next week. But maybe it's because they know he's a little injury prone and they need him ready for October. They have Montas now. Maybe he's our savior. How do we know that Gerrit Cole is our ace? He has not pitched like it. Nestor Cortez, another guy coming out of nowhere, going from a perennial like opener and front end of the bullpen type of guy to earlier on in the season, for the first quarter of it, he was a Cy Young candidate. Gerrit Cole has not pitched on the level of Nestor Cortez, and that's a little crazy to say that Gerrit Cole, $300 million man Gerrit Cole, has not pitched on the level of Nestor Cortez Jr. And Nestor Cortez has pitched amazing. This is not hate against Nestor Cortez. It's just when you have this type of expectation, you should not fall this short. And we'll see what happens the rest of the season. But this just felt like the right time to put this out because yesterday's game was an absolute joke. And I know they were trying to give him some credit on the broadcast. Like, you have to give him credit for sticking it out 6 and not giving up any runs the next 5 innings. He still gave up 6 runs in the first inning. And you know what that does to a team? It deflates you because now you're down by an insurmountable amount of runs before you even had a chance to hit. It's deflating, especially when you're going out there saying to yourself, oh, we got Gerrit Cole on the mound, guys. We should be good today. Let's go. This is supposed to be a pitcher's duel. This was supposed to be a pitcher's duel game between Gerrit Cole and Luis Castillo. And it ended up being the Luis Castillo show. And Luis Castillo did give up 3 runs. But Gerrit Cole gave up double that. And it just scares me for what's to come in October. Because for the people who say you don't pitch against the other pitcher, yes, you do. Yes, you do. You pitch against the other pitcher. Because if you're struggling, especially if you're Gerrit Cole, if you're giving up 5 runs in the first inning, you're going up against the other team's ace. Meaning you cannot expect an offense to always give you that huge amount of run support when they're going up against their ace. Because both of you guys are supposed to be the best guys on that team. And if you're one of the best teams in baseball, they're supposed to be some of the best pitchers in baseball. And I just don't know if Gerrit Cole can outlast some of these pitchers like Verlander on the Astros. That's our biggest competition right now is Houston. I don't know if he can outlast Verlander. If we make it to the World Series, I don't think he can outlast Scherzer. We'll see how DeGrom comes back, but if he comes back at close to 100%, he can't outlast DeGrom. All these guys are guys you have to be comparable with based off the fact that you are our ace for the best team in baseball, or at least a top 3 team in baseball now. It's just, at times, it just looks like an absolute joke. And I'm getting tired of it. That's why I'm making this video. I know some of you are too. I'm on Twitter. I see what you guys are saying, and I know a bunch of you guys are tired of it as well. I'm just putting my frustrations out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you agree with what I'm saying, leave a like down below. Comment below, what do you think? Do you think Frankie Montas can come in and save the day? Do you think Gerrit Cole can win us multiple playoff series and get us to a World Series? Let me know down below. And yeah, what I put in the beginning, it's true. 500 subs, we're getting playoff merch. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.